video. This is a free reading to one of her authored books. This is entitled 101 Success Secrets for Women, Overcoming Your Obstacles and Achieving Your Dreams. The author of this is none other than Miss Sue Augustine. So we are now down to subchapter 19, The Influence of Your Desires. Whatever you are doing in life, obstacles don't matter very much. Pain and other circumstances can be there, but if you want to do a job bad enough, you'll find a way to get it done. By Jack Youngblood. When dreams come true at last, there is life and joy. Proverb 13:12. For years, as I traveled internationally speaking to corporations about success principles, I had a persistent desire to write a book on healing for past hurts. I saw it as a book in which I would share my personal story of overcoming tremendous odds, how I learned about the power of forgiveness, and steps I took to take my life from tragedy to where it is now. My yearning to put this transformation in writing was so strong that I would sometimes describe it by saying, I feel as though there's a book inside me trying to get out. The desire was so intense and unwavering that through much prayer and contemplation, I realized this was definitely God's will for me. Eventually, I had the wonderful opportunity to see the dream come true. My book, When Your Past is Hurting Your Present, has helped thousands of people get beyond the fears that cripple their dreams. And it all began with my own dream that became a clear goal backed by fervent desire. My initial intent in writing that book was not to sell millions of copies or become wealthy, but to express ideas and concepts that I genuinely believed would enable readers to trade regrets and remorse for joy and peace, bitterness and resentment for genuine forgiveness, and guilt and shame for complete freedom. The book would help those struggling with a difficult past leave behind the baggage of long ago and start to recapture their dreams. Most of all, I had a genuine longing to provide support and direction for those who wanted to take their own lives to where they only dreamed they could go. Today, that book continues to sell well, and I receive mail regularly from readers who tell me how much they are blessed by it. Through it all, I've discovered that great desires produce great results. Now I must admit that I have also said many times that I would love to learn to play the flute or the steel guitar, two of my favorite instruments, and also take oil painting lessons. I've been talking about both of this for a long time, yet I haven't accomplished either one. I'd prefer to lay the blame on money or time. With my speaking schedule, I could easily convince myself I really couldn't fit in those new activities. Besides, the equipment, materials, and lessons I need are costly. But I have to admit the simple truth. I really don't want those things as much as I wanted to write a book. I knew deep down inside that the only thing holding me back is my lack of desire. Perhaps the reason is that God has not placed the desire in me, or it is not His timing. I know when the desire to play the steel guitar and the paint with oils is as powerful as it was to write that book. God will make a way. Somehow the time, the money, and the capability will be there. When your desire becomes that intense, you are able to narrow your focus and streamline your thinking to get the greatest results from your efforts. When it came to the book, I knew in my heart that I had to write it because I couldn't not do it. When you have that kind of desire in you, inspired to do something with such intensity, you will always find creative ways to go about it. That's often the case when we ask musicians or artists why they do what they do. Their answer is the same. They believe it's something inside of them, and they simply can't not do it. When you consider your dreams, ask yourself how much you want what you say you want. Again, when you consider your dreams, ask yourself how much you want what you say you want. Imagine how you would desire air to breathe if you were drowning. Think about how much you would want your first meal after a long fast, or drink of cool water after being parched in the desert. This intense is the fuel that ignites your passion. It's the energy that stimulates your imagination and the spark that kindles creativity. When you are impassioned by a strong, heartfelt desire backed with a deep belief that this is God's will for your life, you will generate enough enthusiasm to not only set your dreams in motion, but carry them through to completion. May He give you the desire of your heart and make all your plans succeed.